There are moments in life when timing and intuition meet, and in those moments, you can sense something powerful before a word is even spoken. Imagine walking into a room and without anyone saying a thing, the energy tells you that someone is waiting not just for you to speak, but for you to truly see them. Today, I want to share with you the subtle, almost invisible ways a younger woman shows that she's waiting for an older man to step forward, and why recognizing these signs is as much about awareness as it is about respect. Life has taught us that patience and observation are often more powerful than words. When a younger woman is genuinely drawn to you, not out of superficial curiosity, but because she senses the wisdom, calm, and stability you carry, her actions, her presence, and even her pauses speak louder than any words could. You may notice the way her eyes linger just a fraction longer than normal, how her laughter resonates around you differently, how she mirrors your movements without realizing it. These are the small threads of connection, the invisible markers that tell a story about anticipation, trust, and unspoken curiosity. I've seen men waste opportunities because they dismiss these signs as coincidence or imagination. But the truth is, life has a way of nudging you toward the right moments, the right people. And when you learn to pay attention, to respect the space she gives, to respond with patience and clarity, you discover a silent dialogue forming, one that only the mature, observant, and self-aware man can understand. It's not about rushing, it's about attuning. It's about recognizing that desire, curiosity, and readiness often precede words. Sometimes the signs are more subtle, a casual touch that lingers, a soft smile that appears just when you look her way, a willingness to share thoughts or ideas she normally keeps to herself. These moments are powerful, not because they are loud, but because they are deliberate, unconscious invitations to engage on a deeper level. And it is in your response, calm, confident, and respectful, that the moment transforms from fleeting curiosity into real connection. The lesson here is simple, yet profound. Patience, observation, and emotional intelligence are your greatest tools. Life doesn't always hand you clarity on a silver platter, but when it does, it whispers through nuances, gestures, and energy. Recognizing that a younger woman is waiting for your move is not about ego, charm, or dominance. It's about maturity, presence, and understanding the unspoken language of connection. There's a quiet strength in being able to read a room, to feel the energy between people without forcing it, and to act only when the moment is ripe. Often, a younger woman's interest is not shouted from the rooftops. It's felt in the pauses between words, in the glances that seem accidental but are anything but. She may laugh a little louder at your jokes, not because she is trying too hard, but because she senses comfort and safety in your presence. She may ask questions that go beyond small talk, curious about your experiences, your perspective, and your wisdom. These are not just casual inquiries. They are bridges she is building, inviting you to step closer, to share a deeper part of yourself. The challenge for many older men is impatience. Life has taught you the value of subtlety, of reading people carefully, but desire often clouds judgment. The truth is, when a younger woman is waiting, she is giving you the chance to meet her in that space of anticipation, to show that you can lead with integrity, respect, and confidence. She is testing not your ego, but your character, how you move, how you respond, and how you honor the unspoken trust she is placing in you. Think of the moments when she mirrors your energies, lightly aligning her posture, matching her pace to yours, or laughing at the things that genuinely resonate with her. These are not coincidences, they are signals, and when you recognize them, your response must be intentional, calm, and rooted in authenticity. There is no need for grand gestures or words that overpower the moment. Instead, a simple, confident acknowledgement through presence, attention, and subtle action can transform curiosity into meaningful connection. I've seen men overlook these cues, assuming they need to impress, to prove, to act first. But true maturity is understanding that the waiting is not passive. It's a test of awareness. It's an invitation to demonstrate patience, empathy, and composure. She is watching not only what you say, but how you carry yourself, how you listen, and how you respect the rhythm of the interaction. In this silence, in this delicate dance of energy, you have the opportunity to show that you are not just a man who acts, but a man who understands. And here's the most important lesson: noticing is not the same as taking action immediately. Waiting is part of the process, and your awareness is the first sign of wisdom. When you move with timing, respect, and understanding, the connection blossoms naturally. When you rush, when you act without tuning in, you risk breaking the fragile thread of anticipation that she has carefully extended to you. There is a sacred art in understanding the signals she gives, in seeing beyond the surface and recognizing the energy that quietly calls for your presence. It is not about manipulation, games, or testing boundaries. It is about awareness, integrity, and emotional intelligence. You begin to notice the way she seeks your opinion, the way she shares moments of vulnerability, the subtle ways she includes you in spaces where she might normally keep others at a distance. These are not coincidences. They are windows into her trust, and they are invitations for you to meet her with the same openness and respect. The older man who understands this knows that power lies not in force, but in subtlety. She is watching how you respond in small moments, how you speak, how you move, how you make her feel safe. If she lingers in conversation, if she initiates contact in ways that are gentle but consistent, it is a quiet form of signaling. She is waiting for someone who can see her without overwhelming her, someone who can lead with calm confidence rather than arrogance, someone who recognizes the depth of connection over the superficial flash of attention. I want you to understand this. Patience here is not passivity. Patience is presence. It is being fully there, fully attentive, fully attuned to the unspoken dialogue forming between you. It's about recognizing that she is not testing your charm, she is testing your soul, your ability to respond with integrity, awareness, and emotional depth. A younger woman drawn to an older man is often seeking not just guidance, but security, understanding, and stability. She is searching for someone who can see her fully, honor her space, and match the emotional depth she offers. There will be moments that feel fleeting, a glance, a touch, a laugh, and yet these moments carry the weight of potential. Your role is not to rush them, but to hold the space, to acknowledge them, and to respond with sincerity. When she senses that you see her, truly see her, she begins to relax into the connection. She begins to trust that your actions are rooted in awareness and respect, not haste or ego. And in that trust, the waiting transforms from anticipation into genuine engagement, into a bond that is deeper than words, richer than fleeting attraction. The lesson here is timeless. A connection that begins with subtle signals requires maturity, patience, and emotional intelligence to nurture. When you respond with clarity, respect, and presence, you honor not just her curiosity, but the wisdom that comes with age, experience, and awareness. This is how a moment of waiting becomes a moment of opportunity, how unspoken signals become a pathway to meaningful connection, and how the dance of anticipation leads to something profound, authentic, and lasting. The final truth you must understand is that recognizing her waiting is only the beginning. The real mastery lies in how you honor it. She has extended a quiet invitation, and in doing so, she has entrusted you with a responsibility to move with awareness, to respond with patience, and to act with integrity. This is where many men falter, mistaking her subtlety for hesitation, or assuming that boldness equals strength. But true strength is the ability to hold space, to respond deliberately, and to create an environment where trust and curiosity can grow naturally. You may notice her actions becoming slightly bolder, the way she laughs a little easier around you, the way she shares a personal story she would normally keep private, the way she touches her hair or tilts her head when looking at you. These are signals not of games, but of genuine interest, and your response, calm, confident, yet unhurried, sends a message far more powerful than words. You communicate through presence, through listening, through the subtle acknowledgement that you see her for who she is, not just for what she represents. Life has a way of teaching the same lesson repeatedly until we learn it. Connection is not about rushing toward it. It's about moving in harmony with it. When a younger woman is waiting for you, she is not waiting for a show of bravado. She is waiting for a man who can match her energy with wisdom, patience, and authenticity. The older man who understands this creates moments, not just encounters. He allows the conversation, the shared laughter, the mutual curiosity to deepen naturally. He knows that respect and timing are the pillars upon which lasting connection is built. And here is the final insight. When you move with awareness, when you honor her signals with presence and integrity, you do more than make a move. You create a space where trust, attraction, and understanding coexist. You transform waiting into connection, curiosity into clarity, and subtle gestures into a foundation for something real. The signs she gives you are not fleeting, they are invitations, and your ability to recognize, respect, and respond is the measure of your maturity, your patience, and your capacity to lead with authenticity. In the end, it is not about impressing her, convincing her, or rushing toward a result. It is about being the man who sees, who listens, and who moves with intention. Because when you do, she doesn't just notice. You become the presence she has been waiting for. And that, my friend, is where true connection begins. Remember this: life rewards the patient, the observant, and the emotionally aware. The signs she gives, the subtle glances, the quiet moments of trust, they are not random. They are life whispering to you, saying, "Here is someone waiting for your awareness, your integrity, your presence." And the choice is yours. Will you see it, honor it, and rise to meet it? Or will you let the moment slip away because of impatience or ego? Connection, real connection, is not born from haste or force. It is born from respect, from understanding, and from the courage to move with intention. When a younger woman is waiting for you, she is not just waiting for a gesture. She is waiting for a man who can recognize her depth, respond to her signals, and honor her presence without overwhelming it. She is waiting for the kind of man who leads with calm confidence, who listens more than he speaks, and who moves deliberately rather than impulsively. So today, I challenge you: slow down, observe, and truly see. Listen to the pauses, notice the energy, and respond with the wisdom that comes from experience. The moment you act with awareness, patience, and authenticity, you transform anticipation into connection, curiosity into trust, and subtle signals into a bond that is real, meaningful, and lasting. Life rarely hands clarity on a silver platter, but when it does, it whispers through moments, gestures, and energy. Recognize it, respect it, and move with purpose. Because when you do, you don't just make a move, you create a connection that resonates far deeper than attraction, far longer than desire, and far more profoundly than words ever could. Respected, be that man. See, listen, move with integrity, and watch as life rewards the patience, the awareness, and the heart that is ready to meet it.